Hello, Mr. 0063, back for part 9 of I Want a Spook Jam. Last time, part 8, we had 3 pretty nice stages and 1 pretty awful one from my perspective, because I just don't know what on earth's really going on with it. Sort of loosely understand it, but not completely. We had a really nice stage with probably my 2 favourites of the game. So I had the first one with wall jumping and water, blue and green, sort of jumping and double jumping kind of thing. And then we had the awful one. Then we had a nice one where we actually went inside like the body and sort of like heart, brain kind of thing, and then awoken like alive, and then had to kill ourselves in order to get to the teleport. That was a really nice, really funny one. And then a Clayton stage right at the end there, which is a really, really nice one as well. Probably my second favourite of the bunch. So it's two excellent stages. One really nice one and one not so great one from my perspective anyway. But we've got through all the creator stages, and we are taking on now the boss rush. I forget exactly how many there are. I think about somewhere between like 4 and 6, or 4 to 6. Between 4 and 6 would imply 5. So between 4 and 6 inclusive, I should have said. So something like that at least anyway. So let's press on and deal with the first one. So we'll of course view the cutscene initially. Then we'll skip that after that. Anyway, the first one is the heart, which we saw a little bit of in the second to last stage earlier. And this time you can see clearly the 3 areas where we're going to have to attack it. And oh yes, if memory serves, we don't have enough height to hit anything quite just yet, but we need to bounce on these, or stand on, sorry, these enemies that are rolling around on the floor. The ones obviously with a platform on them, jump up and hit the ducts or whatever it is in the harvest lower down. We can't reach the other 2 yet. Wow, that was absolutely dreadful. I remember this being rather annoying when I first played it, just because I felt like a lot of the time, every time I sort of tried to jump up, and I apparently didn't jump high enough there to hit the damn thing, which was really, really awful. But these kind of like black goo, or whatever the hell the things are actually being fired at me, are like always in the way. For example there, but when I want to jump up and hit something, it just seems like it was like always in the way. But maybe hopefully we'll do a bit better here. Okay, so only 4 hits needed, and we transition to back to one of the earlier bosses. I forget your full name, but it does allow me to correct the Roman numeral mistake I made at the beginning, or in the first part, where I say it was the 49th. It was in fact the 69th. So yeah, my apologies for getting your name and number wrong. Also your number wrong. Got your name right. Fine. No, we're on the left hand. We're on the right hand side here, aren't we? I think we're on the right hand side. Yeah, we want to go on the right hand side. So we've got rising water now, and we can indeed double jump out of it. So we just need to kind of stay in the water. Avoid again the black goo or whatever it is that's coming out from the floor this time, or two little cannons on the floor. But now we also have to worry about a slight little amount of lag, which completely screwed me over there. I probably would have landed on that thing anyway, but that looks ridiculous at the end there. But we also have to contend with some obstacles, needles, not quite sure, spiky looking things coming down from the ceiling as well, which tend to be right in the way and can be bloody annoying. I took liberties there with that final hit there because I appreciated that I was going to get the 4th and final hit before the goo thing was going to hit me, so I was okay there. That wasn't. I don't think that was unnecessarily risky on my part. I was appreciative that I was almost certainly going to get that final hit in there, before I was actually going to land on anything. Okay. Not quite sure what I was actually trying to say there, or my train of thought was going to be, but blur. I actually, funnily enough, probably find probably as I guess it should be anyway, the sort of the first phase of this where there's lots of black goo kind of shooting out slightly, isn't the second phase there, but oh well, it's not too bad. Now we have the candy witch again, or whatever the hell she is. It looks like she's throwing like jelly tots at me or something. And I can also appreciate now, because I didn't actually see it. Maybe it wasn't there on the first version. I'm not quite sure, but I can appreciate the actual health bar or refill bar on the spike there, which is obviously telling me there's only if the spike's got to refill before I can actually hit the thing again. Equally, again, we can still go through the spike, and that doesn't hit us. So that's fine. Did I double jump there? If I did, that was absolutely awful. Anyway, for our final phase, we're on this wall jump. On this wall jumping thing on the left-hand side, and basically, the floor gets covered by the spines or whatever, and we just need to shoot the heart on the top area. That went by incredibly quickly, including that last phase, because I was slightly nervous about the double jump, or the wall jumping thing there, where obviously the black goo again gets shot at me, and it can be a bit tricky to sort of time that out and not just wall jump or panic and fire into one. I've had a bit of practice on something like that on other games. I feel like on something on I Want to Be the Overlord, there was actually a sort of a phase of a boss that was very similar to that. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just a lot better at this, a lot better at that type of thing than I was previously, because I remember that causing an enormous amount of problems. Anyway, that was boss 1, and that brings us to boss 2, which, if I remember correctly, is just now looking at this, is a needle in the very essence of the word, avoidance. That was incredibly lucky. If my luck can hold out for the rest of this will be lovely. A whole bunch of kids, mini kids there, which come out, which I'm assuming need to avoid. That fire shooter there is not in a very good position at all. I would really sort of like that to be Blair. We're going to skip the intro now, where the spook kid or whatever goes into the warp. What was I trying to say? I'll come back to that in a minute when we get there. That phase there seemed to be different than it was before. That needle pattern looked different. I'm also slightly annoyed there's a very slight delay of like 2 or 3 seconds before the boss starts off again, but was this what actually happened? The last attempt? Because this looks different. Very, very, very slightly, those needles. That is absolutely awful. But I managed to avoid all the little kids. And that's a really nice pattern, actually, where they're both over on one side of the screen. So hopefully I can be on the left-hand side of the screen, well out of the way of them. Hopefully. Right, now we've got this bloody dinosaur monster thing or whatever. And we need to pay attention to the little icons. Dang it! Pay attention to the icons on like the side of the screens, on the right-hand side of the screen, as well, where it's sort of, that indicates that it's gonna sort of whiz in from that direction. So you just want to pay attention to that. That was absolutely awful. Pay attention to those and stay out of the way of that. So if it looks like there are up arrows in the middle of the screen, then the thing is going to rise up from the middle of the screen. If there are sort of like horizontal arrows a little bit on the is this a safe spot? Yes. On the right hand side, then that's okay, I think here. Then the thing's going to whiz in from the right hand side. So just sort of pay attention to those arrows, those icons, and try and stay out of the way of that at the appropriate time. Those things, I think, the first wave of those eyes look like they home in on me, so I was a little bit in an unfortunate position there. I don't think there was much I could do about it, to be honest. I thought that the avoidance sort of forced me to the position I ended up being in. Okay, this seems to work a good proportion of the time here, or until I do that, something like that. But this bit at the beginning, I can't quite tell whether it's sort of like scripted to exactly what I do. It seems like it can be very slightly different, go to go, but again, maybe that's because I'm making slight. I'm obviously not replicating it exactly with what I'm doing previously, so this is a little bit confusing, because I sort of had like what felt like a good pattern here, and that was again fairly lucky there. It's not working all the time, but it's working a reasonable amount of time, so that's absolutely fine. Those are both on the right hand side of the screen again, so that's nice. That should also again afford me a bit more of a chance this time, in theory, except if you're going to make a pattern like that for the last little wave of that. That was really, really infuriating. Because I say the things were well over on the right hand side of the screen. I felt like I would have had a lot of room. That's not very good at all. I don't know where these needles are going to come down. And I walked into one anyway. I would have been. They were way over on the right hand side. I felt like I would have had a much better chance of avoiding the eyeballs there that I think do sort of home in on me. That would have been much better. But than the previous attempt, I got that far because the eyeballs were like, right on top of me before I could really do anything. It felt like. So I want to sort of be in the middle of the screen and sort of away from them, but. Okay, the bloody needles. Okay, I forgot what the third one did there. The second one, they look like if they don't go in the exact same position, then they look like they go close to the exact same position, because I'm sure I did something quite similar the go I died to the third wave again, the one with the needles, and survived. So that is absolutely awful with the kid waves. But a nice pattern at least with these things on the right hand side. Again, in theory. Yes. So I sort of want to do exactly what I kind of keep doing here, but this time I want to be over on the left hand side, far left side of the screen. Yes, to avoid those needles. A few more eyeballs. And ding it. But as you can see there, that's the warp. I'm pretty sure that's to get out of here. So that would be boss 2 done. So mercifully, for an avoidance, at least from my perspective, it is quite short. So yeah, there's obviously a few, well, more than a few. Can be a little bit tricky to find gaps in certain things, but it's not too bad. And as I say, thankfully it's not too long. That's not good at all. I honestly feel like that, fun enough, it feels like the thing that's going to screw me over the most at the moment. I feel like at least I feel like I've got a decent enough handle on this bit here with these needles, except that's dreadful. But I still managed to salvage it. But oh god, whoa! Okay, I'll take that. That felt incredibly lucky with those kid waves there. But yeah, this honestly, it feels like the most random bit of it. That I can't control at all, and everything else sort of seems like it's doing the same thing after that. So, okay, so far left at the side of the screen, there's this fine for this. And I'm not sure about this, whether there's a sort of a really decent safe spot. Okay, maybe that's a bit more, that's random as well, because they went in a completely different pattern than they did the previous go. So anyway, let's just get in here before anything else happens, and actually register the win on part 2 of the boss rush. So yeah, that wasn't too bad. So that last attack there with the eyes, I wasn't quite sure again whether the eyeballs, whether it was sort of, again, the same pattern they came out every time. I thought probably not, given that type of attack. It's probably going to be a bit more random, and I seem to have got a nicer pattern that second go than I did the first one. So, oh well, not too difficult. Right, I don't remember this bit. I thought we were going straight into a boss. I'm slightly surprised to see we've got an auto-scroller thing here. That's a jump thing, isn't it? Okay, what am I doing? Okay, that's a spike, get rid of her, remover. I think I need this thing though. But what do I need to do? I need the game not to freeze, for starters. Oh, of course, I need to shoot. Of course, I need to shoot. Yeah, okay, it's a teleport thing, isn't it? So I need to initially shoot. Not too. I shot before I collected the thing. Apparently, I think. So okay, so I need to position the kid somewhere so it's not going to be like that. That'll do. And then, so, oh wow! I pressed the jump button there out of sheer panic and yeah, got rid of some. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, and here's the boss anyway. So not too long a scrolling section there. Little sort of puzzles again with the. I guess if nothing else, it gets you sort of again introduction to the various double jump refreshers that are kind of here. Although I only see sort of 2 types here, so I don't see the teleport warp one. So if memory serves, yeah, we might end up taking this quite slowly. The idea here is you want to keep bouncing on the bother. It's collecting the ones that shoot out this sort of that would clear spikes and run into the boss. They damage him. I say after a certain number of hits, probably. The thing froze there. Ugh. Why is the game freezing? It's really friggin' annoying. You can probably get more than 2, frankly, but I'm probably not skilled enough to get. I missed the thing. Lovely. You can probably get more than 2 on a pass, but let's play it safe and just do 2 hits per pass. Obviously, the wow right in the okay, yeah. And if you need an indication of how unlucky I might or otherwise be, I could have been lucky there and found a gap between the spikes, but no, I had to land like right on the bloody spikes. So nice. But anyway, yeah, we are collecting the. Oh no! Yes, gotcha. Okay, that was pretty straightforward as well. We're collecting the spike removers, so that so like the flash or whatever, and that's what attacks the thwomp. So yeah, if you keep sort of doing what I was doing there, sort of going up, hitting one, dropping down, double jumping so that the flash is low enough to hit him, and then sort of doing a kind of a 3 cycle. What? That was really, really weird. Again, let's just get out of here and have that register just before while I'm talking there. The game again went black there. I'm not even sure if it's going to show up on the recording or what, but yeah, I was sort of collecting one either to the left or the right hand side of it, going down, hitting him, moving over to either to the left or the right, sort of 2 along to grab another one to then attack him with a one. I feel like you can get more than 2 passes there if you're skilled enough, but two seems acceptable for me without taking too many risks. So yay. Anyway, on to boss 4. We've only been going 15 minutes or so, so yeah, absolutely we're going to be carrying on. I mean, if we can get through the whole lot, I mean, there's definitely now 5. This is not the final one. I don't remember. I remember sort of loosely parts of what the final boss includes. So this is not that. Definitely not that. Okay, they bounce a little bit and then explode. Fine. So yeah, you probably saw the. I talked over the sort of the intro cut scene, if you will, to this boss. But yeah, felt like a whole bunch of things kind of got merged together. And then the first phase here looked like it was some sort of jester. And now we look like we've got the Spook Kid, and actually let's watch this again. I wasn't really paying attention to this, so yeah, the Spook Kid or whatever here summons 4 different things: a Jester, a Spook Kid, an Eyeball, and an Egg. So I'm assuming we're going to have 4. So let's skip. Let's sit through it once more. I'll skip it after. I'll skip it in future now. But yeah, now I've probably seen that. So I assume we're going to have 4. 4 parts to this boss. Oh god. Did you do this last go? If you did, I don't remember dodging that at all. Yeah, no memory whatsoever of actually dodging, like, flying cards or anything. Because actually, they do hit me. The blocks do hurt me there. Okay. I wasn't quite sure if they were actually a background detail. Yeah, I'm sure you did this differently last time. Like, these arrows that are coming up from the floor, they weren't coming up from the floor last go. They came from... That was an awful jump. They were coming from you. So if I can try and sort of fake... That's awful. Like, fake them out into... I prefer the ones coming from the floor, to be honest. So I can sort of, like, just stall them out for what seems like, considerably easier. So yeah, if you're going to... please do them from the floor rather than from you. Like, obviously, I can try and aim them, I suppose, from... If they're coming out of him, but... no. I don't like that. I prefer the ones from the floor. I'm not going to reset if they do come from you, but it just seems harder to avoid. Maybe that's the case then. Maybe the cards here are what happens if those things that kind of crack the floor and expose some of the spikes it only happens during that bit, and there's another attack. You're staying over there on the right hand side a lot longer, and then he does another attack if they come from the floor. Maybe that's why I don't recall seeing the cards that first go. That would make sense, at least in my head. I don't know whether I'm talking absolute gibberish here or not, but that would explain why the cards didn't look familiar, because first go you didn't do that. You did it from the floor, so we had a different attack. Okay, this seems okay. So we need to take out the Spook Kid first of all. Then once we did that, we had a spike on the floor. We could take out the thing from the ceiling. We've now got wow! I don't even know why I tried to make that gap. That was awful. It looked like we had what looked like a third. Actually, that was 2 together. That was the eye and the egg. So maybe there aren't 4 phases. Don't know. I can't remember. But we saw on the opening cutscene. Oh my god, that bomb was ridiculous. And it's come out right in the middle of the screen, so it's like got rid of spikes in really awful position there. Can we get the last hit before any bombs will come out? Yes, we can. We saw an eyeball, and the eyeball in the middle of the screen, and the egg. And I cannot avoid that bloody red thing that keeps bouncing around the screen. Bouncing projectiles are the bane of my existence, because I just cannot avoid them with any degree of consistency whatsoever. Doesn't matter what it is, any bouncing projectile just seems to render me completely useless. I mean, nothing like these bombs, for example, because they don't. They're going to, you know, obviously they look like they never, for example, while they do sometimes seem to get quite a way over the side of the screen, they never get completely over the side of the screen. So if I'm on the opposite side than the jester, then yeah, the bombs don't seem to come anywhere near me. So I'm not concerned about that. This thing, on the other hand, since it could bounce literally everywhere, I am extremely nervous about because yeah. At least the second phase of this seems rather easy. So I'm not quite sure whether that egg appears all the time on the right hand side of the screen or if it can just sort of appear anywhere. I don't know. I think we'll probably want to get rid of it if we can. And obviously we seem to have got, I presume, invincibility frames on this. Oh, and yes, we want to get rid of the egg definitely because it's cracking apart and then shooting something at me. So we definitely want to get rid of that. Okay, I've taken you out. I've taken you 4 hits. Oh, what? So we do have an extra phase, one I was not expecting to see. We've got the... oh, no! The sausage hands. No! I thought I dropped off the platform! That happens to be so often in so many games where I think I'd gone far enough over, or walked off an edge of a ledge, and then it didn't quite do it, and I've, like, doubled back too quickly. Oh, that was infuriating. That was ridiculous. That was completely my fault as well. I made the thing go in a stupid pattern, in a stupid direction there, so that it kind of, like, took away, like, literally the entire half of the screen I wanted to stand on. So that was completely my fault. That was absolutely ridiculous on my part. Faked it out in a completely stupid way. I'm sort of actually going like in two minds actually about which. I'm a bit cornered here. Which attack from the beginning I actually do like now. Funnily enough, the one with the spikes get exposed on the floor, I definitely prefer the ones coming up from the floor. However, the attack after that, I prefer the cards to the other one. So the one with like the missiles kind of firing out. So I saw that thing coming from a mile away and still couldn't avoid it. So yeah, it's a bit of a toss-up really. I much prefer this one in terms of the coverage for the spikes on the floor, but the missiles and these things falling from the sky are actually kind of annoying. So it's weird. I'm kind of finding actually, funnily enough. Well, look at wow, the thing clipped me anyway. I'm not. Yeah, if I can survive this, I feel obviously much happier with afterwards. Yeah, the other stuff seems more, let's assume, sort of incidental, at least at this point in time. I'm probably going to screw up here, but no, the card. Yeah, okay, no. I thought I was going to screw up there because that did not look comfortable at all at the end there. But I much prefer the cards there than the whatever the missiles and the other things, giant sort of blocks falling from the ceiling. That seems harder to avoid. Neither of them are that bad, so let's get that out of the way. But if there's a preference, it's a bit of a weird thing, a bit of a weird one, because I'm sort of finding myself preferring the spike attack from the floor, but the card attack in the second part of that, which is obviously the spikes from the actual boss himself rather than the floor. I don't know why I keep sort of shooting. That's to me a surefire way of overloading what I'm trying to do here. Well, I don't need to shoot. I shouldn't. Well, I didn't crack the egg there. That was. I don't know what I got hit to there. It was either whatever it was. It was a result of trying to avoid the shot the cracked egg did. So, funnily enough, if I had just taken out the egg, I think I would have been okay there. But I wouldn't have died to whatever it was I died to, either the missile from the egg or indeed the shot projectile from the actual eyeballs, face, whatever. Anyway, because of the missile. So wasn't quick enough on taking out the egg. It was irritating. I can also take out the Spook kid relatively quickly, and he only looks like he's got 4 hits there. So two per cycle, one on the left hand side, one on the right hand side, means I don't have to worry about. Oh my goodness me! I don't actually know if I avoided that or if I clipped it, but obviously it didn't count as an object that I would die on. Because that would have been an awful way to have died there from like the death animation, if you will, from the falling boss. Okay, that went by much better. Okay, so as long as I don't see an egg coming, which is going to like go along horizontally and okay like that. This doesn't look too bad at all, to be honest. I'm just not going to take liberties, avoid any. I'm not sure if those eggs would have killed me or not. In fact, I'm just going to stay here and wait. Rather than go down and try and deal with that, try and attack you, we're just gonna, we're gonna take it slow there. We're gonna wait for you to come to my level, and then we can attack. Okay, fine. Sausage fingers or whatever that was not too bad at all. Okay, and that's 4 done. As I say, I can't remember there being an enormous amount of bosses here or anything like that. So I'm hoping we're sort of only got like 1 or 2 left or so. This is the final thing, definitely. This is definitely the final thing. So we have indeed got 5. I guess I will keep recording now. I actually don't know whether I'll have this one go and then split it or not, so I might actually pause after this death, because this is the final boss. So we're going just over 25 minutes or so. So yeah, it depends on how well this goes. I might keep this all in one part. If it doesn't go very well, then I might have it as its separate part. So yeah, it all depends on how this goes.